The funeral of a policewoman who was shot when called to a burglary has taken place at Manchester Cathedral. Police formed a guard of honour outside the cathedral as officers carried her coffin inside for the service. The Police Federation urged members of the public to join officers in giving a fuck. Standing along the route of the procession, and asked that everybody totally ignore the 1,500 members of the public killed by police whilst in custody in the last 20 years. What's that? 75 people a year killed in police custody every year for the last 20 years? Gee, that's a bit scary, isn't it? Where's the flower-lined procession? Where's the mawkish sentiment over their fatherless or motherless children? Just out of interest, since 1990, a total of 45 serving police officers died on duty. That's about 2 every year. Let's compare that with the 1,500 unconvicted members of the public who died in custody, either being restrained or subdued by the police. 750 a decade, 75 a year. Fuck's sake! If that was the AA, you'd never want to break down, would you? If 75 people died every year visiting Madame Tussauds, there'd be a fucking uproar. And yet, look at these snivelling woebegone mourners. Sniff. Oh, one more dead police officer. Sniff. I can't wait to get back to the station and beat that drunk driver to death and then claim he choked on his own vomit. That'll show the criminal scum what's what. What? You think I'm being unfair? Cruel? Nasty? Unfeeling? Oh well, maybe, but you can bet that the death of every police officer is thoroughly investigated and leads to a conviction one way or another. Even if they have to beat their suspect to death. Oh, the irony of that. However, you may be surprised to know that not one police officer has ever been convicted of killing a suspect. Not one. Nada. Niente. Zip. No one. Really? Gee, it's almost as if the police can kill anyone and get away with it scot-free. We don't even make a fuss. We're a bunch of cowards, pussies, chicken shit, yellow-bellied gimps. My advice is to stay away from the police. Avoid them if you can. They're not your friend. They're not our protectors. They are fascist bully boys of a corrupt corporate police state. They can and will murder you and walk away scot-free. They are lying, murdering scum, and they will get away with it. Don't be their next victim. Avoid these people at all costs. The British public have warned the British public to be on the lookout for police officers. These people are highly dangerous. They may be armed. If a police officer approaches you, do your best to avoid them and escape at all costs. Every year, 75 people die in the custody and under the protection of these people. You have been warned.